your kids some real damn chocolate for Halloween, okay? You can give them one Reese's Pieces pumpkin cup, okay? But go get your kids some real chocolate. That's why they're going to be bouncing off the walls. 7,000 calories. So you're Brad Pitt. Welcome back to Wandering, y'all. Episode 17. This is going to be a short little fun one. I'm going to give you guys a couple of Halloween facts and then I'm going to answer some Q&As. And that will be it for today. Just to give you guys kind of a rundown, I promise I'm going to do an episode about my travels through Vietnam and the rest of Indonesia and Thailand and other places. But I am leaving. It is Sunday at like 11 a.m. This is my only day off. I work 6 days this week and I work tomorrow and then I leave Tuesday. I'm going home to Mississippi for a wedding. So I'm hoping I will be able to do an episode when I go home and bring some Mississippi charm into it. I haven't had an episode with any of my family members back home, so I'm excited about that. This is hard to juggle with a job 5 days a week, 40 hours, and then doing all the activities I want to do. And this is literally the only moment I have to do this. So it's going to be short and sweet, but I want to put something out there for you guys, okay? Don't hate me. I promise I'll do the Vietnam and all that other kind of stuff. But today we're just going to do some travel Q&As and some Halloween facts. And then she's back. If you didn't know, I dressed up as Shania Twain 2 years ago. I'm not even going to explain it. Just go figure it out. Only one person knew who I was. Everybody else just thought I was a cheetah girl when I wore it out. But when I first went to a bar and I sat down at the bar, it was an older couple and they were like, "Are you Shania Twain?" Yes, I am. So I had to bring her back because I went to Spirit Halloween to get something. I wanted to wear something hot. And everything was $70 to $100. I said, well, I guess not. You can see my little holes that I cut so I could use my phone the night of. I'm probably going to take this mother off. We're going to go ahead because I can't. This is a little did you know about Halloween around the world. Yes, I am reading from my chat GPT. And I also have these stickers. It's my little logo. If anybody wants one, let me know and I'll send you one, okay? Halloween was born in Ireland. It started over 2,000 years ago. It came from the Celtic festival. This is spelled Samhain, marking the end of harvest and the start of winter when people believed the spirit world was closest. Like you could cross over, I think. In Mexico, death is a celebration. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Day of the Dead. Instead of fearing death, people celebrate their loved ones' spirits with foods, flowers, and colorful altars called ofrendas. And in Japan, they do like a cosplay festival. This is not surprising to me at all. And I have heard this one about Hawaii. It has its own haunted legends. Hawaii has night marchers, the ancient spirits of warriors who roam at night. It's said if you hear drums or conch shells, you're supposed to lie face down out of respect. I need someone to fact check me on this. And how to say night marchers in Olelo. Aw, in Scotland, Halloween is called guising, short for disguising. Huh. Kids dress up, tell jokes, or sing songs for treats, and people still play fortune-telling games using apples and nuts. Cute. In the Philippines, kids go door to door singing songs for souls in purgatory. It's called Pangagaluluwa. Holy shit. Help me now. How do you say that? They get food or money, kind of like trick-or-treating, but with spiritual meaning. Okay. In Bali, there's a day called Naipe, the Balinese New Year, also known as the Day of Silence. The night before, they hold parades with ogo monsters. I'm going to put all the words down here, and someone correct me if some of them I can look up and say, how do you pronounce this? But some of them, they do not give me the pronunciation, so I'm just sending it. Giant handmade demons that represent evil spirits. It's like a cultural cleanse. They scare away bad energy, then the whole island goes completely silent for 24 hours. Is this true? I have to message my friend that I met in Bali. This is crazy. 24 hours, the day of silence. Whoa. So cool. Wow, almost every culture has a version of Halloween. Japan, India, Korea, almost every culture has a time to honor the dead. Last one, there's an actual castle in Transylvania, Romania that inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula called Bran Castle. It sits on a cliff surrounded by fog and forest, and you can tour it at night on Halloween. They even host a Dracula's ball party. So fun. That stuff is so fun, but not no scary movies. And Justin, y'all remember Justin? My neighbor across the street. I went over last night to play some old school Donkey Kong. And we ate Halloween cookies, and they were like, but we want to watch, this movie's on our list. It's, they've been watching The Conjuring, The Exorcist, all that kind of stuff. And I'm out the door. And last night they were like, oh, we want to watch this movie. It's been on our list. It's like a claustrophobic story about these girls going down in the caves. It's called The Descent. I do not recommend, okay? It was all like going okay. I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to be trapped in this cave. They can't get out. And then there was some Appalachian monsters in there, and oh gosh. Needless to say, my head was turned the entire rest of the movie, and I stayed up till 2 a.m. listening to my ASMR, trying to go to sleep, not thinking about them creatures coming at me. So they tricked me, and I was sad. That's the only scary thing I will be watching this year. Oh my God, I did watch Halloween Town 2. There's a whole series. It's 4 of them. I didn't know that. Here are a few trick-or-treating facts. Trick-or-treating didn't take off until the 1950s after World War II when sugar rations ended. Americans spend over $3 billion on Halloween candy every year, more than Valentine's Day. Y'all crazy. The most popular candy in the U.S.? I kind of figured this one. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. And why do the pumpkin Reese's taste better than the original? Is that just me? The least popular is candy corn. Yet it's been around since the 1880s. Just a classic. The average trick-or-treater consumes about 7,000 calories of candy on Halloween night. Oh man, if I ever have kids, they're gonna hate me. Because they're not eating all that shit. They're just not. That's wild. And it's so bad. Like when you grow up on Kit Kats and Hershey's chocolate and Twix and Reese's, you think that's what actual chocolate tastes like. Like I had to adjust myself to like real chocolate, not fake chocolate. Like it's literally fake chocolate. It's not real. I spent like $15 on this chocolate bar from Maui. The cleanest ingredients ever. 3 or 4 ingredients. So good. And I brought it home for everyone to try. They did not like that shit because their taste buds are used to Reese's and Hershey's chocolate. That ain't real chocolate. Don't get me wrong. I love me a little pumpkin Reese's during Halloween time, but eat some real chocolate. And then when I eat the Reese's, I'm like, well, I can tell there's just a shit ton of like corn syrup and palm oil and sugar in this, but whatever. Y'all eat some real chocolate, okay? Yeah, we should start giving them kids like real chocolate, like healthy chocolate bars. Come on, America, we can do it. No, I don't think we can, but we can try. Some of us can try. And then I'm gonna end with some random spooky fun facts. The biggest pumpkin ever recorded weighed over 2,700 pounds. That's heavier than a small car. Where was it grown? It doesn't say. And I'm going to have to look that up. Fear of Halloween has a real name. Oh. It's Samhainophobia. So it's the name and then the phobia at the end. Is that me? Is that what I got? Because I like the cutesy Halloween, not the real Halloween. And Halloween is the second biggest commercial holiday in the US, right after Christmas. I think Halloween for me was the funnest in college because the whole entire month, you just have Halloween parties every single week. I remember being in college and I was like, I have to have one for this party and this party and this party and this party. I had to have a different Halloween outfit for every party. It was so fun. Me and my ex-boyfriend, he was Hugh Hefner and I was a Playboy bunny. That one was fun. That was a good look. Playboy bunny. I was a cop, a sexy cop. So basic. Was a sugar skull. Cardi B. That one was fun. My friend drew her tattoo on my leg. I wore the outfit that she wore in the Grammys with Bruno Mars. Dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. The Fembot. I'm going to put a picture in here for that one. My friend Carol was Austin Powers and I was a Fembot. My mama helped me do the boob guns. We took like a piece of cardboard and we hot glued the little things you put at the end to like squirt out your icing on a cake. Oh my gosh, classic. We should have won. That's probably been one of my favorite outfits so far. Shania Twain. I DIY'd this bitch. Every little thing. The necklace, the gloves. I got my pants, my tube top. Megara. Me and Joe were Megara and Hercules. And I told him he could pick this year. And nobody commented and said what we should be, except my brother-in-law said we should be avatars. I have always wanted to be Avatar. I have to do that one year. But he wants to be Tarzan and Jane. So I already ordered our outfits. And I'm going to wear the big frou-frou yellow dress. Daddy, they took my boot. That's the one I bought you.
What did you do?
And Daddy, they took my boot.
They took... those are the ones I bought you.
And I was saved.
Have y'all seen that movie in a while? That is such a, probably the most underrated Disney movie. All right, and I'm going to answer the rest of my Q&As that I have. Someone asked, where's your favorite place you've lived and why? I honestly haven't lived in that many places. I've traveled a good bit. I've lived in Mississippi, Gulf Shores, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Australia, and Hawaii. Of course, Hawaii because it's Hawaii. I live in paradise, so. What place has the nicest people and what place has the rudest? I think this is just all depends on your personal experience and not everyone's experience is the same. I think the Balinese people are some of the nicest people that I've ever met. And I went to Spain and I thought everyone was assholes. But not every time. Like, I think it's just because of language barrier. But when I went out in the clubs, like, nobody was, when I was in Spain and Santander, and wasn't nobody having it. They were like, I mean, they could see me and then realize I don't speak Spanish. And they're like, nope, not wasting my time. Which I get it. They're out having fun, loosey-goosey, drinking and stuff. They don't want to have to think and have to speak English, so... It just all depends, but I met really nice people in Spain as well. They just have a shit ton of banter, and I don't speak Spanish, so. Best, worst, inedible food. I mean, it all depends. I mean, probably the best food is going to be, all the food in Southeast Asia is really, really good. Thai food is just unmatched. But I've also had really good food in Europe as well. Worst food? I'm just going to say it. I didn't like the food in Australia. Just saying. Like, it's just, everything is bland as fuck. I think when they say white people don't season their food, I think they're talking about some of the Aussies. Sorry. Because everything is just so... They put tomato sauce on everything. I'm like, yeah, because it fucking needs something. Inedible food, it's funny because I said Southeast Asia has amazing food, which they do, but there was this one dish in Malaysia. It was like a fish soup. I'm pretty sure it was called asam laksa, and I went on my own to this place that was known for that dish. Like, everyone's like, oh, you got to go here and try it. So I went and I was on my own. Everyone's in this little restaurant. They're just going in and I get mine and it's really big. I mean, it's super cheap there, of course. I took one bite and I could not even have it in front of me anymore. The smell, oh, the smell. It was just like sour, rotting fish. It was insane. And I felt so rude because I physically could not eat it. And so I just kind of sat there a little bit and played around with it. And then I just got up and left. And I felt so bad because I know they went to the table and like the whole thing was there, but it was so bad. It was horrible. So that's one inedible food that really, really sticks out to me because I try everything. I usually like a lot of stuff, but that I couldn't even put it close to my face because the smell was so insane. That was in Penang, which I really, really love that town. It's a really cute town in Malaysia. Most overrated, most underrated place I've traveled. Overrated is probably Canggu, Bali. The surf was great, but it's too nuts. It's too busy. I like to go places that aren't busy. That's just me, personally. It was still cool, though. My underrated place would have to be Laos. Laos is beautiful and it's amazing. I have an episode that I talk about my travels through Laos. Episode 9, go check it out if you want to learn more about the country. It's amazing. I would totally go back. There's a lot I didn't get to do. What place do you refuse to travel to based on other travelers' experience or your own research? If you guys listened to my very first episode with my friend Jay, she talked about her travels through Africa. It's just not equipped for backpackers. It's definitely not equipped for solo women backpackers. So from her experience and things that happened to her when she was there, I'm not refusing to travel there, but I would not solo travel there. I don't think there's anywhere that I would refuse to travel to. China was my one place where I was like, I'm never going there. And my last episode, you guys should check it out. I sat down with my friend Rick, and she lived in China for 5 years. She speaks fluent Mandarin, and she talked about her time there, and it really changed my perspective on things, and I would totally go. It would be very hard. She said it's really hard when you don't know the language to travel there, but I totally would still go. I'm not a person that's set in my ways. I'm very open-minded, so that changed my perspective on it, and now it is on my list to go and experience and see it. And I want to see the Great Wall. I think that would be so cool. She said it was amazing in Beijing. She also said I would be cherished there because they worship, they're just in awe of very white people with light eyes and light hair. And if you go watch the episode, she talks about the beauty standards in China and how she's Puerto Rican, she's stunning, she's beautiful, and they were calling her ugly. So go check it out. It's a really, really good episode. Someone asked, how do you find cheap flights? I used to do the Skyscanner, the freaking Hopper, all the shit you could do. Traveling and looking at flights for this long, even if I'm going from Hawaii home to Mississippi, because I do it at least 2 to 3 times a year. Google Flights is your best option. The cheapest is going to be on the actual airline website. Don't listen to these people. Sky Miles, baby. Get your points, travel cards, get a Chase Sapphire Preferred. That's what I have. You got to get travel cards if you're going to travel a lot. I mean, you don't have to, but it's dumb not to, and I wish I would have been doing it way longer than I have. And I believe I go into more detail about that in episode 5 or one of my other solo episodes, I think 13, if you want to get some pointers on travel points and pages to follow to know which cards to get and how to utilize your points. Best and worst airline. I did talk about the best airline, ANA, the Japanese airline. Amazing. Philippine Airlines is really good as well. And then I'm a Delta girly, so I got a little Delta Sky Miles card. Worst airline. Ooh. I'm going to have to go with Spirit or Jetstar. And I was in college. We took a trip to Vegas and we were so broke. We literally had like one checked bag because Spirit charges out the ass for checked bags and carry-ons. And we shoved all of our stuff in this one bag. Like my friend Johnny was tying his blue jeans around his waist. They weighed it over and over so many times, and I think it was still overweight, but they were just so pissed off. They just freaking threw it back there and they were over it. And then we had been drinking heavily on the way down there. We're flying out of New Orleans and we're like, oh, we're going to Vegas. Woo! We're freaking like 20 and 21 and have no money. That was so fun. And then we get on the plane, we're all dehydrated, and we're like, can we get some water? They're like, yeah, it's like $2 or $3. And we said, $2 or $3 for some water? Oh, no, 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 no. So we asked them for ice cubes, and we got ice cubes, and we were sucking on ice cubes the whole entire flight because we were so broke we didn't even want to pay for water. Spirit, how you gonna charge for water? That shit fucked up. Jetstar is bad too. Laura, every time I see Jetstar, I get a little anxiety. I flew with them when I moved to Australia from Honolulu to Melbourne. It's like 11 hours. We were all the way in the back. It's like, what, no leaning back, no nothing, right by the bathroom. Oh, it was so bad. The turbulence was insane. And the same with Jetstar, like you had to buy water. It was crazy. I'm sure some of you are like, why don't you just bring your hydro flask? Where's your Stanley cup? Like, we didn't have that shit. Me and my friend were talking about that the other day. Like, we didn't carry around big hydro flask when I was in college or high school. When did this even start? When did we all start carrying around water bottles? When I took those flights when I was in college, I didn't think anything about bringing my own hydro flask because none of us had that. Was that even a thing? I need to know when this started. And now I can't go anywhere without it. I'm like, what did I used to do? Was I just thirsty all the time and just didn't drink a lot of water? What place had the best surfing? I've only gotten to surf in a few places that I've traveled, and that was Indonesia and Nika. And I wanted to surf in Costa Rica, but there was like nothing, and we were only there for a day. Well, I was only there for a day. I mean, traveling, definitely Nusa Lembongan. Holy shit. Like, we still dream about those waves we were on that day. So glassy. The water was just unreal, like out of a movie. Good size too, but just like kind of rolly and fun. Oh my gosh, the waves were so good. But I live in Hawaii. Like, I have some of the best waves in the world 10 minutes down the road for me. Traveling and surfing in different places, it really tests your skills and your ability, especially like I don't bring a board. I have to rent one out. Really tests like, hey, are you that good of a surfer? Can you surf in other conditions and other places and on other boards? But I like it. It's a challenge, and it's like, wow, I am learning, I am growing, I am able to, I know enough and I'm good enough where I can travel somewhere and rent out a random board and still catch waves. So that's a plus for me. But I live in Hawaii, so I like my waves out here. They're the best. I'm gonna end with this last one. Do you ever get homesick? How do you navigate that? I thought this was fitting since I literally am flying home in 2 days. I am homesick all the time, like every day. This isn't talked about enough, but I feel like people that don't live where they're from, but their whole entire family is there, there's a constant tug of your heart, and there's a constant confusion of feeling completely whole. Which, I'm getting emotional. You can tell I'm about to start my period. But no, I've talked to some people where they completely relate to me. It's like when I'm here, I'm so happy. I love where I'm living. I love my life here, but I'm always missing my family. And then when I'm home and I'm with my family, I'm so happy and so stoked to spend time with them. But I feel like an outsider. Because not that I don't fit in and not that I'm not still country and love my home. I don't mean it in that aspect. I mean as in everyone has their life there. their family, their partner, their kids, their routine, their jobs, whatever. And when I come, I don't have any of that. I'm just like floating. And then I'm also missing Joe, like my boyfriend. Only time I felt completely like 100% whole was when he came home with me last year for my friend's wedding, and we were all there together in Mississippi. But when I'm here, I'm constantly tugging and missing home, and then when I'm home, I'm happy, but I'm also missing like Joe or just my life here. So I navigate it by being grateful that this is my struggle. I'm grateful that I have two places that I love so much that I am able to have this tug and this like hard feeling of always missing something. And I just try to be present. Like when I'm here, I try to be present, and when I'm there, I try to be as present as possible and enjoy every moment. And it just comes in waves. Like when I'm busy, I'm not thinking about it as much, but when there's stuff going on and they're getting together and I'm not there, I just let myself feel it. Just allow yourself to feel sad and then move on. What else are you going to do? Because I know I don't want to live in Mississippi, but I would love to be closer. So maybe one day I'll have to figure all that out. And then I'm dating someone that this is his home and he's not leaving. So it's a little sticky icky, but I'm just trying to take it day by day and enjoy the moment. And I would say I navigate it by just trying to be as present as possible and not dwell on it. Not dwell on, oh, I'm here and I love it, but I miss my family so much. Or, oh, I'm home and I'm so happy I'm home, but this isn't the life that I want. I think a lot of people go through that. It's just not talked about enough. Will I ever move back home to Mississippi? Who knows? Will I live in Hawaii forever? Who knows? I don't know what the future holds. And I also have to remember, and I want to say this in case someone else needs to hear it, like, you have to build your own life. That's the main thing for me. Like, I go back home and everyone has built their own life there. I don't have my own life there. And one day, like, I'm going to be on my own. Everyone's going to pass. Everyone's going to go. We don't know the timing, but I can't go home and just be with them because I miss them so much and forget about Macy and not create my own life. Because when they're gone, oops, then I'm by myself because I didn't create my own life, my own journey, because I was too scared to let go of that hold on being around my family 24/7. So if you're creating your life in your hometown close to your family, that's amazing. But if you're creating your life somewhere else and it's far away from them, that's amazing too. It's just all about balance. You got to figure out what's best for you. I got to do activities all the time. Like, I don't need to be in a city, but I need to be somewhere where I could be more outdoorsy. And my sister just killed a snake yesterday. So the centipedes are freaking disgusting out here. And that was a new thing I had to run into when I moved out here. But there ain't no snakes. There's no snakes in Hawaii. It's amazing. I freaking trek through the jungle and I don't have to worry about snakes or anything. Cannot do that shit back home in Mississippi. Maybe one day I'll be back in the SIP. Who knows? That's it for today's Wonder, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any more Q&As that you have or you want to know. I would love to answer them. If you or you know anyone that would love to come on and kind of share their story about where they're from and their traditions and culture, please send me a message because I am setting up my remote recording and I'm going to be doing a lot more remote episodes. So keep wandering, and remember, keep listening to the songs that bring you home. And go buy your kids some real damn chocolate for Halloween, okay? You can give them one Reese's Pieces pumpkin cup, okay? But go get your kids some real chocolate. That's why they're going to be bouncing off the walls. 7,000 calories.
So you got the brains, but have you got the touch? Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're alright.
that don't impress me much.